Good to see you back, Tom. And Lopez.
Hello, Colonel.
It's good to be back. After 2 weeks in the saddle, we can go for a bath and some clean clothes.
And a nice dance with the pretty senorita, huh? We get time off, no?
Well, you've got a month's vacation coming, yes. Say, Tom, did you ever hear of Killer Carson?
No. Why? Should I know him?
Well, it depends on whether you've been up the Big Snake River country or not. That's where he operates. You know, they say he got that name because he killed 20 men.
Any particular reason why you asked me about him, Colonel?
No, except that he's still loose and still killing. Well, interested?
Well,
But, Senor Colonel, we've been in the saddle so long that I have to use spurs on myself even to walk.
Ah, yes, I guess that's right. You boys need a rest. Well, all right, forget all about it. Go and enjoy yourselves. Besides, Carson said he'd shoot the next Marshal he saw on sight. Supposed to be the fastest draw in the West.
Tell me more about him, Colonel.
But, amigo.
Well, nobody's ever been able to jail him. You see, he always technically shoots in self-defense. He provokes the other fellow into drawing first, and then, well, bang, and he's got another notch on his gun.
Well, if killing is his pleasure, what does he do for a living?
Oh, robbery, stagecoaches, banks, so on. See, he always wears a mask. Nobody's ever been able to positively identify him. Of course, his fast draw gives him away, but well, that won't stand up in court. A couple of days ago, though, he made a mistake. Now, he held up a Wells Fargo station. He got $10,000, but in doing it, he killed 2 men. And he can't stretch that into self-defense.
Know where his hideout is?
But, amigo, what about Laredo, the pretty girls, the dancing, our vacation?
No, he doesn't have any hideout, Tom. You see, after every raid, he and his henchmen ride right into Dry Creek. Well, the people don't like it, but so far, everybody that's tried to run him out of there has ended up a corpse.
We're going to Dry Creek.
That sure was a quick vacation.
Good. You know, I've already had 2 fresh horses saddled for you, Tom.
Why, you sly old army buzzer.
All right, now, bring it back alive, will you? Alive.
Come on, Lopez.
This is a fine kettle of frioles.
Drinks for everybody. On the killer. So, nobody wants a free drink, huh? Well, that's all right with me. I can use the money. Hey, Melody. I'll bet you missed me, honey. Well, I'm back in town now. I'm gonna stick around for a while. You and me can burn up this cheap town. Hey, folks, go on with your fun. Don't pay any attention to us. We're in love. Now, what about that big welcome kiss, baby?
Can't you see she don't want to be kissed?
Well, what do you know? There's a brave man in the saloon.
Look, Carson, you've got everybody in this town buffaloed, afraid of their own shadows. Well, you're not going to push me around.
George, don't start trouble. You'll only get hurt.
Yeah, tell him, honey.
Look, she's with me, see? I'm buying her drinks. Now, beat it and get your own girl.
Nah, I like this one. Even if she is no good. And no decent man should be seen with her.
Oh, you...
It was self-defense. He drew first. A man's got a right to defend himself. That's the law. Of course, I'm open to debate. If anyone wants to debate the question.
Why, you cheap, low-down murderer.
Honey, that's no way to talk to the man you love.
What's going on in here?
You did this. Carson, that's your last killing in Dry Creek.
It was self-defense, Sheriff. Ask anybody. He drew first.
We've taken all we're going to take from you. If you're not out of this town for good at sunset, I'm going to shoot you down in your tracks wherever I find you.
But, Sheriff, that would be murder.
I'll take my chances with the law. And besides, at my age, I haven't too much longer to live. I'd be doing the community a service.
Whatever you like, Sheriff. Me? I'm going to stick around and have a few drinks. Oh, would you like to drop in a quarter?
What for?
I'm taking up a collection. Flowers for your funeral.
Bill, go get the coroner.
Well, there you are, Lopez. Dry Creek.
It looks too quiet and peaceful to be a hideout for a man named the Killer. Maybe he's not even here.
Well, if he is, we'll probably find him at the local saloon.
If that is the case, you walk out in the front and I'll sneak in the back. You arrest him. And if he makes one false move, Lopez, he shoot him.
Unless we have to kill him, we're going to take him alive. But first we got to prove that he held up the Wells Fargo station.
But how can you prove all this? We are miles away from where the crime was happening.
Well, we'll have to get into his confidence. And to do that, we'll turn outlaw ourselves.
Oh, me? A bad man? Oh, amigo, I'm too good to be bad.
Oh, I don't think so. All you have to do is think about that vacation you didn't get, and that pretty girl, and Laredo, and the dance. I think you can get mad enough to be a bad man.
Oh, maybe you're right. I'll try, but it's going to be very hard for me. Now, what if somebody recognizes us?
Nobody knows us in Dry Creek. Come on, let's pay a social call on the killer.
I'll bump at 20.
Yeah, I see you.
I'll call.
It's full. How about it, honey? Nothing but money. Deal 'em.
Too much luck. I'm sorry, gentlemen, but the house is closed. It's been rented for a private party.
Oh, that's too bad. We've come a long way. So you just tell the private party the place is open again.
You heard what the man said. Now, why don't you leave while you can still walk?
There's no need for any shooting. Room for everybody. That all right with you?
It's all right. For now.
Here, behave yourself.
Sit down, boys.
Pretty girl you got here.
Say, aren't you Tom?
My name is Matt Cleaver, and you know it.
Matt Cleaver? No. When I knew you before,
Yeah, I know. Happy and loaded with money. which you and a couple of your friends relieved me of in Laredo. Now, don't try to lie out of it. You know, I thought there was something familiar about your face when I saw it.
You're all wrong, mister. Why don't you forget it?
Yeah, maybe I should. After all, it wasn't my money, and there's more where that came from.
You still sore at me?
Yeah, I guess not.
Well, then I might as well own up to remembering who you are. Posse still chasing you?
Posses are pretty women. Say, how about you and me picking up where we left off in Laredo, huh? How about a dance?
Private property.
I'm Killer's girl now.
Killer. Not Killer Carson.
That's what they call me.
Hey, I've heard of you. I hear you're faster with a gun than a hungry rattlesnake after a gopher.
That's about right.
How about you and me having a little shooting match to see if I dance with a girl, huh?
Why not? Name it.
Give me a couple of empty bottles. Yours on that side, mine's over here. Lopez here will count to 3.
See, are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
You've had experience, pal. What's on your mind?
Lopez and I are looking for a job, the kind where you don't have to work too hard. You know what I mean?
I think I know exactly what you mean. Let's talk about it over a hand of poker. Come on, sit down.
No. I'm in a dancing mood right now. I've got a dance coming.
Yeah, so you have.
Hey, you, give us some music. And make it loud and lively, because that's the way I like my music. And my women. Thanks, Melody, for not giving me away.
What's it all about, Tom? Why do you want to be known as an outlaw?
We're after the killer.
The only way to get him, Tom, is to shoot first.
We're going to take him alive.
You're crazy.
Maybe so, but those are the orders. First, I've got to find out if he's still got some of that Wells Fargo money on him. He suggested a card game. I think I'll take him up on it.
Be careful. He'll find some excuse to draw his gun.
Those are the chances we take in our business.
Well, 60.
60 and bump at 50.
I'll see you.
Too rich for me. Yeah, beats me.
2 pair. Bullets and 5s.
Nuh-uh. 3 8s.
Ah, you're lucky. They'll move.
Cards, gentlemen.
2.
Give me 1. Give me 1.
Dealer takes 2.
Gentlemen, poker is going up. $500.
I'll see you.
Too tough for me.
3 beautiful ladies.
Full house.
You can't lose. Cards.
1.
Give me 2. I'll take 1.
I'll play these. It's your bet.
500.
I'll take 200 of that. I'll see 175.
5 and up 2.
What do you got there?
300.
What have you got?
Mine's full.
4 deuces. Thanks for the game, men.
Nobody could win that much money without cheating.
If you want to reach for it, go ahead. This is a free country.
Put your guns away.
Maybe you didn't cheat after all. I never met a cheater that had guts enough to shoot it out with anybody.
I hear money comes easy to you. This shouldn't mean much. Must be 10,000 here, though.
There's exactly 10,000 there.
We're still looking for a job if you hear of one.
Yeah, I'll think it over.
Amigo, that's a lot of money. Did you really cheat?
What difference does it make? I didn't want it for ourselves. It belongs to Wells Fargo.
You mean we're not going to keep it?
Of course not. We're going to hunt up the sheriff and put it in his safe.
How do you like that?
Come on. Hello, Sheriff. You got room for this in your safe?
I haven't seen that much money in years. Where'd you get it?
Just won it from Killer Carson in a poker game.
Well, in that case, I'm afraid I'm going to have to take that money from you. Didn't belong to the killer. That's stolen property.
Just put it in a canvas bag and mark it Wells Fargo.
Who are you?
Tom Keene, United States Marshal.
Oh, I'm sorry, Marshal. I'm so jumpy lately, I think everybody's an outlaw.
Well, that's understandable.
I can see the money in front of me, but I can't actually believe the killer let you get away with it.
You know, I don't think he intended to.
Mm-mm.
Now, I'll tell you why we're here and what we have to do.
You're not going to let him get away with all that money, are you, killer?
I know what I'm doing. I'll get it back, every cent of it. And more, too.
You know, the first guy I ever saw as fast as you on the draw.
We've been riding for days without sleep. I'm tired, that's all. I'll outdraw him the next time. Wait and see.
Well, how are you going to get the money back?
We'll get him and the money in the back room. 4 of us will go in, but only 3 of us will come out.
Well, how are you going to do it?
He likes Melody. She'll get him to come over and bring the money. Won't you, honey?
I don't want to have anything to do with it.
You'll do as I say.
What do I get out of it?
What do you want?
$500?
You've got it. You've got my word if it's worth anything. But you can keep it, too.
All right, I'll do it. I'll bring him back here with the money. But you'd better pay off.
So, that's what I've got to do. Face him on the main street at sundown and kill him.
Sheriff, I don't like to say this, but you don't stand much chance drawing against the killer.
I know it, Marshal, but maybe God will be on my side. You see, I'm an old man. If I lose this job, I don't know where I'd get another one. So I've got to take my chances. Either I'll win and still be sheriff, or I'll lose. Then my troubles will be over.
Well, you're old enough to know your own mind. I'm going out and do a little scouting around. Stay with the sheriff, will you, Lopez?
Si, I will, amigo.
Marshal, what are you scouting for?
Something that might keep the sun from going down. Hello there.
Something you want?
Killer Carson's horse stabled here.
Well, what if he is?
I want to see his saddle.
Sorry, I can't do nothing for you. So long.
Just a moment.
You asked Marshal. I'm sorry, Marshal, but I didn't want any trouble with that killer.
That's understandable. Now, where's his saddle and his saddlebags?
Hanging right there on the wall.
Thanks.
But, Marshal, don't ever tell him I let you see him.
I won't.
Find what you wanted?
Yeah. Now I'm going over to the saloon and have a talk with the killer.
I wouldn't want to be in your boots. I'm always glad I'm just a blacksmith and not a marshal when that killer's in town.
Thanks.
In fact, that's long before your time. It was many years ago.
Where's Tom? The marshal.
Do your outlaw friends know who he is?
No, and they're no friends of mine. Tom Keene was kind to me once, and I owe him something.
What do you want him for, Melody?
Sheriff, he wants some money from the killer, and Carson won't let him get away with it. I'm supposed to lure him to the back room of the saloon. They're going to ambush him.
Well, I think I better go find Senor Tom and tell him about this.
Tell him to keep away from the saloon and get out of town. If he doesn't show up with me, Killer will start looking for him, and he'll shoot without giving him a chance.
Don't worry, I'll find him.
And ask him if I can leave with him. I can't stay here anymore.
Look, sit down, Melody. Come on.
Where can I find Carson?
He's in the back room, asleep.
Here he comes.
Who is it?
Matt Cleaver, I want to talk to you.
Come on in. The door's open.
Tom, wait a minute!
Sheriff, you don't have to face the killer down the main street. He won't be back. He ran out of town, didn't he, Tom?
He went out that back door so fast none of us could find him.
Oh, sure, Senor Sheriff. Don't waste your time looking for him. Someday, Senor Tom and me will run across him again, and then we will take care of him for you.
Thanks, but you're just trying to be kind to an old warhorse. I've been in this business a long time. I'm not saying I know more than you, Marshal, but I've handled outlaws like the killer before. I know just what he thinks and what he'll do.
What do you mean, Sheriff?
He'll be back any minute. In all probability, he hasn't even left town. He can't afford to let the story get out that he ran. He'll be all through pushing people around. That's his stock in trade. No. He'll be waiting, and I've got to go after him. That's the killer's calling card. Well, wish me luck.
Stand where you are, Sheriff.
What's the idea, Marshal?
Take his gun, Lopez.
You can't do this to me. Even if you are a U.S. Marshal. This is my town. I've got a right to run things my own way.
Sorry, Sheriff, but our orders are to get the man ourselves. Take his coat, Lopez.
I don't want pity because I'm an old man. I can still take care of myself.
Pity has nothing to do with it. But there's no sense in getting yourself killed going after a man we want.
Listen, Marshal, let me at least go with you. What'll the townspeople think? They'll say I was afraid to go after the killer, afraid to do the duty they're paying me to do.
I'll explain to them if necessary. With these clothes on and in this light, they'll think it's you. He'll be your prisoner, Sheriff, and then you can turn him over to us. Lopez, you stay with Melody.
All right, amigo. I'm not doing any good over here.
I should have wished them luck.
You're under arrest for murder. Head for the jail.
Oh, amigo, that was some shooting. I couldn't have done any better.
Come on, let's go.
Speaking for the people of Dry Creek, Marshal Keene, I want to thank you for all you've done to bring this killer to the justice he deserves.
Thanks, Sheriff. But you made it possible. Folks, you got a great sheriff here. I hope you keep him in office a long time. He's a fine man. Come on, killer, we're going on a long trip.
Oh, wait a minute, Marshal. What about this $10,000?
It belongs to the Wells Fargo people. Better send it back to them. Less the reward, of course.
Do I get the reward, amigo?
Let's give it to Miss Melody.
Miss Melody? Oh. Oh, well, I would only spend it foolishly anyway.
Yes, you would. Goodbye, Sheriff.
Goodbye, Marshal, and thanks again.
Come on, killer.